I think by definition of a lot of the publications so far have defined quiet quitting as the act of an employee who does just enough not to get fired. So these are employees who are no longer innovative, they're no longer creative, they're no longer going above and beyond. So they essentially stay in a role or a job to pay their bills and to live their life. But if an opportunity was to come, they would not think twice about it. I think any leader or any organization that is not worried about quiet quitting are probably out of touch. We had the Great Resignation happening in the Global North. The Global South doesn't necessarily have that privilege. A lot of our employees don't have that privilege, but they can practice quiet quitting. And if you're not doing anything, especially when it comes to the value proposition that you give to your talent, then that will continue being a problem. And what you're going to start seeing happening is organizations and leaders complaining that their employees are not good enough, they're not creative, they're not problem solvers, they're not going above and beyond. But if the value proposition is not there, then how is this going to improve? So I think there is a cause for concern. The value proposition needs to make sense. Value proposition differs depending on the organization that you're in. You just need to define what that is for your employees, of course, by talking to them. So do not be prescriptive. And then figure out, is that something that you can nip in the bud before it becomes a problem? And also look at the statistics. You also need to look at data, right? In your organization, do you have like 2-3 employees who are behaving like that, are quiet quitting, or is it the entirety of the organization? And what can you do to fix it? So if the data in your organization is, we have maybe 2 or 3 people, you still need to work on it, but it's probably not a problem. But if it's majority of your employees, then you have a very deep-rooted problem, and the value proposition needs to completely change or be redefined or introduced if you do not have one.